All right, welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into something pretty fascinating. It's a therapeutic approach that suggests maybe, just maybe, some of our biggest hangups, our biggest questions, have answers in a place we'd never ever think to look. We're talking about past life regression therapy. You ever just feel stuck? You know that feeling? Or maybe you have a fear, a really intense one, that you just can't explain. Like being terrified of heights when you've never had a bad fall, or a fear of deep water. It turns out that's a super common thing. And it kind of points to this idea that, well, sometimes the real root of our problems is buried way, way deeper than we think. And that brings us to our first big idea here. These unexplained patterns that pop up in our lives. I mean, think about it for a second. Those conflicts in relationships that seem to happen over and over again, no matter who you're with. Or those irrational phobias. Even chronic pain that doctors just shrug their shoulders at. The whole idea behind this therapy is that when these things have no obvious cause in this life, maybe, just maybe, the answers are hiding somewhere in our subconscious past.
Okay, so if the answers are buried that deep, how in the world do we start digging? Well, that's where this journey into memory really kicks off. So let's get clear and define exactly what we're talking about here.
So past life regression therapy, or PLRT for short, it's basically a type of hypnotherapy. A therapist guides you into this incredibly deep state of relaxation, right? And the goal is to access your subconscious mind. That's the part of our mind that, according to proponents, might just be storing memories from past lives, and those memories could hold the clues to what we're struggling with today. Now, here is a really, really important point, and it might actually surprise you. You do not have to believe in reincarnation for this to be effective. Seriously, the therapy treats whatever comes up, whether you see it as a literal real memory or just a powerful metaphor from your subconscious, as a story. A story that your mind is telling you to help you understand something important. So it doesn't matter if you think it's actual history or just a metaphor. The goal is exactly the same, to use that story to figure out the hidden roots of what's going on with you right now. It's really just a tool for psychological insight, no matter what you believe.
Which, leads to a totally fair question. Why even look backwards? What are the real, practical, in the real world benefits of digging all this stuff up?
Well, the potential benefits are actually pretty profound. We're talking about healing old emotional wounds that might be showing up today as anxiety or even physical pain. It can help you finally understand those weird relationship dynamics. You know, that instant connection or that immediate conflict you feel with some people. And on a really personal level, it could help you overcome those deep-seated phobias, break those self-sabotaging patterns we all get stuck in, and maybe even connect you to a much clearer sense of your life's purpose.
So, when you boil it all down, it's really a quest for clarity. Clarity on emotions you haven't been able to resolve. Clarity on what some call karmic connections, those relationships that just feel like they have this deep, unexplained history. And clarity on your soul's journey, or to put it simply, what you're fundamentally here to do. Okay, so what does a session actually feel like? What happens? It's not nearly as mysterious or out there as you might think. In fact, it's a very structured and guided process.
Yeah, it's this guided 6-step journey, but you can really think of it in 3 main phases. The first part is just about getting there. Through induction and guided relaxation, the therapist helps you access your subconscious mind. Then comes phase 2, the experience itself. You explore whatever memories or feelings decide to show up, and then you work to release any pain or trauma that's tied to them. And the final phase? That's about bringing the good stuff back with you. You gain insight into how it all connects to your life today, and then you integrate that wisdom so you can walk away feeling clear and whole. And I really have to stress this point. This whole journey is always guided by a trained therapist. You're in a safe, controlled environment. You are not losing control at all. You're simply in a very deep, meditative state, kind of like an observer, just watching the story that your own mind is presenting to you. So, you've gone on this incredible journey into memory. You've seen some things, but so what? What's the point? Well, The entire goal is about creating healing that you can actually feel right here in the now. And the transformation can be totally holistic. By releasing old fears, you're not just ditching a phobia, you're actually freeing up a ton of emotional energy. By healing those old relationship patterns, you're literally changing how you connect with people today. It all leads to this much clearer sense of purpose and, for a lot of people, a way deeper spiritual connection. The real takeaway isn't the memory itself, it's the feeling of peace and freedom you get in your day-to-day life.
So we'll leave you with this one last thought. Our minds, they're natural storytellers. And sometimes those stories hold the key, the real power to heal us. So what if? What if the key to unlocking your present is actually hidden in a past you're just waiting to discover?